I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I live a wild life, don't judge me. In the lobby, walk in the room, then leave with the that hit my fault, they want me. I ain't the same guy when I was 14. I was trying out for the ball team. High school crush was ignoring me. Oh yeah, and that me. Now I'm on the road. Shorties on my shows. Saying I'm about to. I'ma talk, cause I ain't finished yet. True be told, yeah, I been a man. Still gon' love me when the fan. Are you? Oh, really now? Aight, man, let's get it done. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me.
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. Simmons to Embiid. Horford, shot no good. Even to Zubats. Rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
2 points of Paul George. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards. And if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Simmons. Not a good shot there as he misses it. George. He made his first effort, but not that time. Richardson to Simmons. In the slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Tobias Harris able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Simmons with it. They're down 3. To Richardson. Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. Paul George to Leonard. Fires the 3. Misfires. It's no good. Richardson to Embiid. Goes to the right side. Their shot no good by Simmons. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Scores from the post. Leonard. Out of bounds off Ben Simmons. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George. Smothering D. Richardson to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To George. For 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away. Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Great dish to set it up. Short jumper stays out.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
And Jay, they call the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul.
It's George for 2. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Rocking the rim. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time to count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started.
Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate your view on my channel. Appreciate the time.
Leonard. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, are you sure you want to give me the ball here?
George lets it fly, knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Fires the three, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons, he's got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. George to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Simmons. Deep right corner. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Beverly. Rebound Horford. In the front court comes Simmons. His guys down big. Paul George to Leonard. Oh, he had him there for a second. And he hits. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. George, no good. Got it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Ennis. Kyle O'Quinn swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Williams to Leonard. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look.
Yeah, for whoever that is checking my channel out, you just see me firsthand get beat down. No other way to describe that. We'll be coming back with another one here shortly. Leave a, who should I run with?
I ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Wait, baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't play no games, see these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the friggin' and she for the fame. So I in my range, ooh, get that money to the top, never stop. That work, ooh, but I'm the man. Cuban diamonds dance. Had a friend, I might put it on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your Baby, wait, hop up in this race. No, this not a date. This a cruise, but don't debate. Wait, it's getting late. Think it's past 8. To my place, baby, be like some. Wait, call Jake. Think I need a the face. I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool. Money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000. I might put him on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends I might put him on the ground.
Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. First off, bow down, cause this feel like Midnight Club at D-Town. What's up? Double additional keys in the ignition. My hat tipping, Dontrell Willis with the feet kicking, knees cranking. You see what be cranking. I mean, listen, y'all be tripping. See, we lately been seeing y'all be grating. I mean, face it, y'all is cheap fragrance. They know me, the phonies. They copy, they jocking, but Groxy, he just in the pretty boy when the engine title reign. Arturo Gotti, we in this thing with the whole posse, and it's fit just asking to just rob me, and these kicks just asking to start rocking, but you ain't gotta ask, just watch me. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song.
Yeah, out the I don't need no glass. This is all me, so please don't ask. Ballin' on a budget, gotta make this last. Nick driving reckless, hoping we don't crash. Pull up mad deep with all my little bro just dropped your rent on denim. In the back with my feet up kicking. Belly out with my shirt that's linen. I'm just trying to vibe, yeah, we out here gigging. Two-stepping, just out here killing. Getting hot in here, plus done kicked in. I need to slow down for your boy gets kicked out. Still feeling myself, just socializing. But you better not ask me to start freestyling. Honestly, I don't like the nightlife, fool. Since I'm here, I guess I'll enjoy the lights like you.
Catching hell, find an opponent here, fellas. Metro don't trust you, homie.
Legend,
drill, this the real thing. I do what the feelings. Make my blueprints on my life, got no ceilings. I create the energy that they keep stealing. Detroit legend, microphone legend.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. The opening tip won by the Magic, and we're underway on Church Street in downtown Orlando. Leonard to Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. PG lets it fly. Fournier the rebound. Isaac to Gordon. Can't miss those. Jonathan Isaac. His first effort off the mark. The follow won't go either. Clippers have the basketball. Paul George to Leonard. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Paul George sends it away. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers, so it stays with the Magic. And the rebound taken in by George. It's George for 2. Gets a shot up off the mark. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
To number 1, Jonathan Isaac. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George. Not that time. He misses. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Gordon. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. To Beverly. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Beverly to George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Aaron Gordon. Isaac. Short jumper off the mark. Isaac to Fournier. For 3. Won't go down. To Paul George. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Fournier, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
George. That one off the mark. It's no good. Patrick Beverly able to recover with the block. Out of bounds the call off Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot from the lane won't go. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To George. Fires the three. Oh, he missed his first 3 shots, but he gets that one to go down, and it's a 3.
Well, when you fall down, you always get back up. That's the mindset of good shooters.
Paul George fires. Can't connect. Mo Bamba to Fournier. Knocks it down from mid-range. Williams. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Montrezl Harrell. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Cruises inside for 2.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
I got ball, I got ball. I got something for him. I got ball, it's all me. Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball, I got ball.
George, he was all over him. 15-footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Williams. Magic have it. Grant with the basketball. They're down 3. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Can't get the bounce. Augustine with the basketball. Down 3. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. From long range, that's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Mo Bamba. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Leonard buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Strong finish for Paul George.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play.
And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Leonard. Offensive rebound. Goes to the left side. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
It's Orlando's ball. Here's a chance from long range. Working hard on the glass. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. New blood coming in for both sides. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Aaron Gordon at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. No good. Missed them both. It's LA Clippers ball. George. Down low for Leonard. To Beverly. Gets it in the right corner. Lays it up and in.
That's it? That's all the celebration I get? I wanted to see a little bit more off that one.
To Beverly. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Subbing in for the matchup, number 5 and number 1, Jonathan Isaac.
Gordon to Fournier. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
George. Fournier the rebound. To Gordon. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Aaron Gordon has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Leonard. Great look and vision. Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. He's 2 for 2 now.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. The Magic are now serving a penalty.
Leonard. Now that's a contest. Orlando ball. Mo Bamba. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Remaining in the second quarter.
To Beverly. Fournier to Mo Bamba. No, I missed a short one there. Beverly. Passed it off. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
The assist from number 10, Evan Fournier.
Leonard to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And they call it.
And you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul. Los Angeles Clippers are in.
First free throw is good.
Number 9, Nikola Vucevic. And number 14, DJ Augustine.
Able to convert on both free throws. Deep three at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Magic basketball. Isaac to Fournier. 4-3. Off the iron. No good. To Aaron Gordon. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Slams it down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Fournier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Beverly, second effort, slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Oh, 5-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Paul George to Beverly. Leonard. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
No good. Going to launch beyond the arc. Fournier the rebound. to Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba powers it through.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
From the outside, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
There you go, big fella.
Isaac. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But
leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the game.
you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Timing was just... it off.
George, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
To Fournier for three. Not that time. He missed it. To Williams. Fires the three. Rebound taken by the Magic. Clippers have it. To Leonard. And look out.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Magic on the possession. Jonathan Isaac, it's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Fournier. Beyond the arc for three. Another chance. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Mo Bamba at the line. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. He'll take that any day.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Fournier. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
George, deep two there, won't go. Oh, working hard there, collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line.
That boy got jumper.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Probing the defense. Leonard. Textbook defense. Fournier over to the right side. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Clippers are out in front. It's Magic basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
It's Magic basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
It's Magic basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Count it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Terrence Ross. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Pull the trigger.
Leonard to Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. George to Leonard. 24-second violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Nikola Vucevic. Stepping in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
Trying to cash in. And the Clippers able to clear the board. To Paul George. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
That pass stolen by Orlando.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Fournier, great dish to set it up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fournier, down low it's Gordon. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 14, DJ Augustine. Stepping in for the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Here's Orlando with the basketball. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Augustine with it up top. His guys down 3. From long range. Oh, who saw that coming?
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Lou Williams. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's...
Magic gonna signal for a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Gordon, great feed. Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time for a change. Steve Clifford makes the move to his bench.
Substitutions.
Carter Williams to Fournier. Has a chance. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Williams. That no good. Off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Orlando has it. Knocked loose. Fournier, tough matchup against George.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Williams to George. Williams knocks down the three-pointer.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Coach of the Magic will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. Paul George, 4-2. Jumper's good.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Williams across the timeline. Lead stands at 10. Fires the three. He buries it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spot.
Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.